Hi, and welcome back to the Astro podcast. I'm your host, Andrew. There is no Gregory today. We're trying something different. So now we're going to kind of separate YouTube episodes. The podcast episodes will all still be the both of us, but now we're just trying to do more stuff, so it was easier to separate. So I'm going to do some stuff. Gregory's going to do some stuff. But today is either the first or second episode of this series we're gonna do. We're going to go back and do a bunch of like comic book character retrospectives. I know Gregory is planning on doing one on Spider-Man. It might already be out. It might not already be out. But today I'm gonna do one on She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters. The reason I've decided to do Jennifer Walters first is because not only do I like her character, but she does have an MCU show that's already out at the time of recording this episode. Episode 1 has come out, and I think it's really interesting to take a look back at her comic book origins and her comic book character and how she's evolved in the comic books, and kind of relate that to where she's at now in the MCU, which is fairly new, but by the time this comes out, the episode 2 or other episodes might have come out already. So, I'm gonna begin with her origin. I have it right here. Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk, is the daughter of William Walters and Elaine Walters. Yes, this does matter. Jen gets stuck in a firefight with crime boss Nicholas Trask, who shoots her. Luckily, her cousin Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk, is visiting. Jen needs an emergency blood transfusion, and Bruce has the right blood type. So, of course, he's going to give her one without thinking about any side effects. This pumps Gamma into her blood, turning her into She-Hulk. Because it just makes sense. She-Hulk starts off as a savage and dim-witted, like Bruce does when he's in Hulk form, but they take a different direction mostly with her character, and she very quickly becomes more of having like a stable personality, so she can keep her intelligence as She-Hulk, so she doesn't really revert back to Jen a lot. But that being said, her She-Hulk stats, because there's this whole real cool thing where they like rank superheroes on the Marvel stuff like based on their power level, and it's like there's like 6 categories and it's all out of 7. So her durability is 6, her energy is 1, her fighting skills are 4, her intelligence is 3, her speed is also 3, and her strength is 7, the max. So there's also like these there's some cool things also that I've been able to find on her, about kind of like differences when she is Jennifer Walters and when she's the She-Hulk. So like for instance, her height as Jennifer Walters is 5'10", but as She-Hulk it's 6'7". Her weight is 150 pounds as Jennifer Walters, but as She-Hulk it's 700 pounds. I found this kind of interesting. Her eyes are green. I mean, I think that's cool because, you know, she's She-Hulk. And that's, like, in Jennifer Walters' form, too. It's not in the She-Hulk form that her eyes are green. And then another difference is Jennifer Walters' hair is brown and She-Hulk's is green. Though it often just looks like black with green accents. She has been part of several teams, including the Avengers, the Defenders, the Fantastic Four, GLK and H, or Goodman, Lieber, Kurtzberg, and Holloway, and that's the law firm that she works for. She's been a part of A-Force. She's worked with the Heroes for Hire. She's been a part of S.H.I.E.L.D., and she's been worked with, rather, the Lady Liberators. Her notable villains include Behemoth, Titania, Volcana, Nicholas Trask, Ultima, Bullseye, Red She-Hulk, and in the show, it appears like the Wrecking Crew is going to show up at some point. Her notable allies are obviously include Hulk, her cousin, Jack of Hearts, the Fantastic Four, Hellcat, Wasp, and various other Avengers, Jacinda, Red She-Hulk, and Lyra. Red She-Hulk's kind of an interesting character to me, and I'll probably do something about her later, but she kind of started off as like a villain, and then she became a hero, so she's on both lists. But anyway, moving forward, let's talk about Jen's time as an Avenger. Part of the Avengers for some time when Jack of Hearts used his power on her gamma radiation, which made her go savage. She fled the team until Bruce found her in a town named Bone, Idaho. The entire town was destroyed in a fight between the two. Jen, who had joined the Avengers again, was manipulated by the Scarlet Witch, who had turned on the team. She forced Jen to go savage again and rip apart the Vision. Iron Man had to subdue her and take her into custody. Thankfully, she was not deemed responsible because of the Scarlet Witch's curse. And then, I'm gonna jump around a bit, but, she had joined Tony Stark's side of the Civil War, Superhuman Civil War, which makes sense for her character because she is the lawyer and has, like, all that connection to the law, and so she would have joined the side that she viewed was the lawful side. That being said, now I'm gonna jump down to, her more recent stuff. This is everything that's, like, everything that's really in the She-Hulk by Rainbow Rowell. So, yeah, we're gonna start with this part. This part's a little bit before, but this has a bit of, importance going forward. So, Jen lost her license to practice law, but recently she's gotten it back, and so she has restarted her job as a superhuman lawyer. Recently, Jack of Hearts came back to life after being dead for a long time, and immediately went to find Jen. He can't remember anything, but for some reason he's got some sort of connection to Jen. So Jen has caught him mostly up to speed on what happened in his life, because he can't remember, but she's been leaving out the part where he killed Scott Lang. That's hopefully something that we'll get to later. I'd love to do that. But then she started a fight club with Titania, Volcania, and possibly the Thing. But that's everything up to She-Hulk number 5 by Rainbow Rowell. So that's mostly, like, the big points in She-Hulk's career, but obviously, you know, she's such a vital character to, the whole Marvel universe, and obviously she's got a show coming out, but yeah, she's just such a vital character, that there's just so much with her, so, you know, like, trying to pin down, like, this is what's important to her is very difficult, important to her life, it's quite difficult, and it's quite hard to do, but I'm interested in what you think about the character, and if you think there's anything important that I missed and you'd like to correct me on, you can do that in the comment section. But I think that's gonna conclude it for this episode. Yeah, again, this is just trying something different out. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, let us know. Bye.